How's it going, everyone? My name is Aiden, and today we're talking about a pretty special pen, the Conway Stewart Churchill in Honey Noir. Now, Conway Stewart was nice enough to lend this pen to me for review and offer my own independent thoughts, and so I thought I'd do just that. Now, I've been using this pen for a few weeks, on and off, sort of bringing it to work, using it just to write down random stuff here, and then just doing a few long writing sessions with it to really discover what kind of pen it is and if it fits my taste and if it might fit yours. So, first of all, the pen itself. As you can see, it's in the beautiful Honey Noir material here. Conway Stewart, I was talking with them, they said this is one of their most popular finishes, and I can see why. The Churchill itself is a pretty iconic model. I don't really know how to describe the cap shape, but it's sort of like, rectangular and chunky compared to the size of the pen. The pen itself is, I would say, like medium size. It's a really good, pretty good size in the hand, and it's got a cylindrical, like metal insert in the body to sort of balance it out. So it really does have good balance in the hand. I would not recommend posting it. As for the sort of finishes, got an 18 karat gold Jovo nib. I'm a big fan of the Jovo gold nibs. They're not super flexy, but they sort of offer a nice writing experience with a little bit of give. And then, of course, it's a cartridge converter. You can also get it in a lever filler for a little more cash, but I'm a big fan of the cartridge converter. I think it does offer quite a bit. And then also the trim itself, it's got a sort of old-fashioned style clip. And then the trim, it's in 9 karat gold, so it's not gold-plated or anything. It's got the sort of like maker's marks here on the other side of the cap band to let you know it's the real deal. That's just sort of a quick overview before I actually get into how it is to write with this thing. I really want to thank them for lending me this pen, and yeah, let's get to writing. So the first thing that you're going to notice about this pen is just that it's honestly incredibly well made. And when you order it, it might take some time to arrive because it's made by Bespoke British Pens, and so they will make the pen that you order only after you order it. They don't have stock on hand. And there's definitely a lot of handiwork that goes into this. One thing that I really notice is just like how nice it is to sort of unscrew the cap and just the buttery smooth threads, those little attention to details like that really makes a pen like this really special. And then writing with it, that metal cylinder in the barrel really does balance the weight of this pen. And even people that really do like to post their pens normally, I think would be really satisfied using this pen unposted. And that is honestly the thing that comes to mind most when I think about my thoughts on this pen, is that it has all those little touches to make the writing experience like just that much better. Like it goes the extra mile in all those little things to where, you're going to pay for it because this pen is over like $500, but I think compared to other, sort of quote-unquote luxury pen brands that really try to rely on maybe like the materials or the design or just the artistry or the pomp and circumstance, I think Conway Stewart really does try to just get this pen right. Well, right, like R-I-G-H-T, and also the other one. But I think I really respect that, the fact that you can tell this pen is really well thought out. It's a writing experience that like it goes that extra little bit above just a regular fountain pen. Is it for everyone? I think that's a question that each individual has to ask themselves because, you do pay for it, but, you get what you pay for. And I think that really shows with this pen. I know it's kind of silly to say, but I don't usually really call videos like this reviews because I'm not really trying to show you all the stats or give you all the facts and the features because I think there are other people that do that better and have done that better. But what I'm really trying to communicate here is just the sort of the feelings and the emotions and the vibes that you get when using a pen like this. And I think that's really what's most important to me because you really do form a connection with writing instruments like these. And so, in that sense, I hope that I'm doing a good job of communicating that feeling. And if I am, then that means the video is serving its purpose. So that's my goal here, and hopefully I can try and communicate that successfully. Now, Conway Stewart itself as a brand is actually quite historic. I know they started in the very early 1900s, and I think they were making pens for like British royalty for a good amount of time. But I know they went out of business in, I think, the 1970s, and then went back into business, and then went out of business again about a decade ago. And then all the materials, the naming rights and stuff like that was acquired by British Pens. And in my opinion, I think they've done a great job of keeping the brand alive and sort of continuing on its legacy and respecting its past 100 years of history. I know there are some differences between the rights in the US and the UK, but as the UK is concerned, Bespoke British Pens is the brand that's making these pens. Look, at the end of the day, I really didn't have any expectations coming into this experience, into this review, into this video, but I was honestly pretty blown away. I've seen a lot of people, as I've looked up other reviewers and stuff like that, talk about this being a grail pen and things like that. And I think for some people this very well could be, because it's just a fantastic pen. I really can't say anything less than that. It's incredibly well made. There's been so much care and detail put into this pen, and it really shows. And I think if this pen is up your alley, I don't see how you couldn't love it. There are so many beautiful options, and this model and in others, I can really see why some people love this brand so much. I hadn't had any experiences before this with the modern iteration of Conway Stewart, but this has left me really impressed, I gotta say. Hopefully that sort of shows in these writing samples and in these clips showing off this pen, that this one is pretty special, I gotta say. If you were to spend this kind of money on a pen like this, most pens around this price range and up would really try to be statement pens. The pens you can put on the front of your desk and, say to people, I'm an important person. But I don't really think that's all what this pen is about. The fact that it comes from this heritage of appreciating fountain pens for what they are, which is fantastic writing instruments, and more than just something to put on your desk for people to admire, I think this really does give this an advantage over maybe some other pens that are trying to be in the same market, because this is actually a fantastic writing instrument. I'm a really big fan. So that's the Conway Stewart Churchill. Definitely, I think it's a fantastic pen. Is it a pen for everyone? I'm not sure, but I don't think it's trying to be a pen for everyone. I think it's trying to be itself, and I do admire that. I think for the people that would get a pen like this, who know what they're looking for, I think they're really going to love it. And for that reason, I gotta say, I'm one of those people. I really enjoy this pen. And who knows, maybe I'll think about getting one for myself in the future. So, yeah, I gotta say again, thank you very much to Conway Stewart for lending me this pen for me to take a look at it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed my sort of thoughts on this. Definitely, it's a pen that you don't see every day, and I'm glad to have taken a look at it. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.